It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Player 1 has been really leaning on that drive gauge. They need to make good use of the gauge without emptying it. Player 1 chases them down. Taking stock. The super armor does its job. All right, what's coming up next? Shoots off a fireball up close. Will this super art connect? Opts for the level 1 Vulcan Blast. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or baby? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Those fighters are just about done. Player 2 will be able to concentrate a little better with the first round in the bag.
Round 2. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 had an impressive round when managing their drive gauge. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Trips them up. Player 1 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. A depleted drive gauge will really limit their options here. Smart meter management is one of the keys to winning, so they'll have to keep tabs on that if they want to win this match. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. In a dire situation, they can't afford any KO. It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear? Checking their opponent. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. Lots of life to play with, and full SA meters. What will they do? Player 1 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. They trade hits, and now goes for the Shin Hashogeki. Will this super art connect? Player rising uppercut. In a dire situation, it goes for it and puts them down with the impact. Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Checks them with the projectile. Medium kick hits. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Impaler incoming. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Time to sit on the lead. Looking for a chance. Blossom. Jump. Sandblast. Connects with medium kick. Doing some quick planning. Medium kick. Just goes for it at this range. Are we gonna see a comeback here? Goes with a kick. What's next? Barely blocks the jump in. Blocks and fires off the Shinku Hadouken. What now? Flank and whip. They're wide open. Will they gamble something here on a drive? Reads the jump in perfectly. Player 2 can't close it out. This match ain't over yet. Fires a blast. Moves anti-air in this clutch. Connects with medium kick. Player 1 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. Jumps! Rushes in! Throws him! Player 2 can't let this simmer. They gotta start cooking. Getting up close and personal. This is gonna hurt. Oh my god, they just choked it up! I can't believe it! Totsugeki to the face! Changes the pace with the fire. Goes all in with the uppercut. Both of them back off. They may be prepared. Ooh, put a little extra. It is over! Player 1 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win. Next up, stage selection.
Training room.
We are at the character select screen. Let's see who our fighters choose.
いつでもいけるぜ いつでもいけるぜ
Be the best, that's my covenant. And I'ma live forever, that's my legacy. Greatest of all time, that's what they gon' label me. Put in work, I did my part. They like, keep on going, cause you got hard. They know that I'm non-stop, I keep on pushing forward.
Now that our fighters have chosen their characters, it's time to go.
When it's all said and done, they gon' call me a legend. I love to break bread, but I'd rather break records.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
楽しませてくれよ
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. What's the play here? Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. I can't keep KO! Player 1 picks up the first round. It's still anyone's fight, so they can't get complacent here.
Round 2. Fight.
They go for the forward jump to start the round, looking to make something happen. Checks with the projectile. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. They're being absolutely relentless with this fireball pressure in the corner. Is the fireball part of their corner game? I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Scrapping it out up close. Player 2, the projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 2 is making this look so easy.
Round 3. Fight.
Goes for the jump in to start. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Jumps up. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. Both sides have the super gauge max and ready to rip. This is where smart meter management is going to come into play. Our fighters will need to tread carefully. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize their drive. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. The big flex, the broken jaw, Shoryuken! Player 2, draw critical. What's gonna happen? Shows a medium kick. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Looking for a chance. Excellent block. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. A thunderous drive impact to close the round. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. fireball from very long range. What's next? Denying them a breather there with a long-range fireball. Backs them into the corner. Buys some time by driving them into the corner. And now they can create some big chances to do damage here. What are these fighters thinking now? The fighters take a step back to reassess. Time for a new game plan. Got their eye on the air. Solid anti-air will shut down the opponent's air game and make it much harder to jump in. Blocks it just in time. They must have anticipated a super art coming. Digs in deep to get that drive in. One combo can end this round right now. Jinku Hadouken! Counting on the super to do the job. Looking for a chance. The projectile connects, not giving the opponent any chances. Player 1 must feel very confident going into the later rounds after that win. Projectile to try and change the situation. Will this super art connect? Will that super be the turning point? They're not going to allow any jump-ins. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Oh, can they survive this badly timed burnout? Player 2 chases them down. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Medium kick hits. What'll happen? Takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Oh God, this is TKO. Player 1 straight up put their opponent on a poster.
Round 3. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Blocking a jump-in attack means you're at a disadvantage, so they should be looking to anti-air instead. Player 1 holding onto that corner rising uppercut. Denies the jump-in. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fire. Pokes with a medium kick. There's a change of size. Just goes for it at this range. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? What a finish! Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. It's not over yet. Just believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Checks with the projectile. Takes a trip. Nails the anti-air. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fireball. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Rising uppercut. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 2 wins the first round, but they'll need to stick to their game plan in order to win. Goes for the jump in to start the round. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Okay, they trade hits. takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Neither of them willing to back off here. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Hopes with a medium kick. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Goes for the super art? Eraser hits, we're gonna see it rain! Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and fires off the Shinku Hadouken! The super doesn't hit! There's big low attack to pick up the win this round. It's tied at 1-1. Will we see our fighters kick it into high gear?
Round 3. Fight.
How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 1 has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Time to sit on the lead. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Got their eye on the air. Consistent anti-air is huge because shutting down the air game will let you dictate the pace of the match much easier. You've gotta be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Which one of these fighters has what it takes? Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. A super art? That's not gonna hit. The super doesn't hit. KO! Player 1 is one win away from winning this fight. Can they hang on?
Round 4. Fight.
Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent... Rising uppercut! Projectile to try and change the situation. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. Impaler incoming! Player 2 can build off this lead. There's still a lot of fighting to be had. It's anyone's match. Looking for a chance. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Both fighters planning something? This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Going in? Oh, could be the start of something. Looks like they both want to stay out of the corner. Goes for the jump in. Rising uppercut. Player 1 is barely hanging in there, but KO! No hype man needed. This is the final round.
Final round. Fight.
Throws a fireball. Ooh, lands a rising uppercut. Both players look for something to work with, but neither are getting the opening they want. They're waiting for the opportunity to bust this match wide open. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Good distance for a shot. Max SA gauges, unbelievably in sync with the chance to score big here. What's next? Charges up the plasma. Oh, yo, rock super hit. Closes in. Are they going to... Yo, critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only going to wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. I can't. What's this Shinku Haru gonna do? The super's blocked. Goes airborne. What are they gonna do? They are done. Player 2 was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Street Fighter 6. Fighting round.